Austria and Denmark are offering Syrian refugees money to return to Syria. And so far, 16 European countries have paused asylum applications. But what does this mean for Syrians living outside of Syria?
If all of these people were apparently here fleeing from Assad, then, what reason do they have to be here anymore? I think it's right that we pause the thing. I think it's right we see what unfolds in Syria. It's a very fast-moving situation. A week ago, we wouldn't have comprehended what's gone on now. I think it's right that we pause things, we slow down, we see what comes.
Just days after the fall of Assad, these countries announced a freeze on asylum applications for people from Syria. This means that both new applications and those currently being processed will have to wait whilst the European Union assesses Syria's future.
We know that the situation in Syria is moving extremely fast, and that is why, like Germany, like France, and like other countries, we have paused asylum decisions on cases from Syria while the Home Office reviews and monitors the current situation.
Countries like Denmark and Austria are incentivizing Syrians to return to their country. The Conservative Chancellor of Austria said, Austria will support Syrians who wish to return to their home country with a return bonus of €1,000. The country now needs its citizens in order to be rebuilt. Similarly, in 2019, Denmark introduced the Danish repatriation program, which offers financial incentives to refugees, including Syrian adults, who can receive up to €27,000 and an additional €6,700 for each child. The program is still available, and since its inception, over 600 Syrians have used it to return voluntarily to Syria. But does the fall of Assad mean that Syria is now safe?
The people of Syria can hope for a better future, but we all know that for now the jury is still out. It is too early to say whether the new leadership will be able to deliver what they promise, whether the territorial integrity will be preserved, national unity will be preserved, and minorities will be protected. Europe will do its part to support Syria at this critical juncture. Because we care about Syria's future, Europe cares about the power going back to the people of Syria.
The application pauses and money incentives have sparked another fear among Syrians: the possibility of forced deportation.
So, we saw a lot of reports saying the Austrian government is putting in place a plan for deportations of Syrians, which seems to have been based entirely on the fact that the leader in Austria did tweet that he is a hard right anti-immigration leader. He tweeted about the fact that he would like to see Syrians returned. That has no bearing whatsoever on his ability to do that. It would be highly illegal. There isn't a court in Europe that would allow the forced deportation of Syrian refugees back to Syria at the current time, because it's very, very clear that the situation there is not yet settled and not yet safe.
According to the UN, since 2011, 7.4 million Syrians are internally displaced in Syria. 4.9 million are refugees in neighbouring countries, and another 1.3 million have settled in other countries, mostly Europe. Last week, EU leaders met to discuss Syria, but no concrete plans have been announced yet.